Hey, I think I'm gonna start with this right here. I'm gonna do my face covered so that way it doesn't, um, I don't know, I don't have to put a face to the stories or the meaning of anything. I just want to talk about my life as somebody who had been addicted to drugs for many, many, many years. And I just want to start with a few quick stories, you know? I will start with one tonight. So, I was trying to help a friend move one time, and he had lived on the 17th floor of a certain building. And because I was a very, very addicted to drugs at the time, and he happened to be a drug dealer, I thought, well, this is a great opportunity to get some drugs for free. So what happened was is I had gone up to the 17th floor and we had cleaned his place, and as we were cleaning his place and picking things up and whatnot, I was finding um, things like fentanyl slash heroin on the floor, and there was pieces of meth and some cocaine here and there and all kinds of fucking stuff. And yeah, I mean, I thought that would be, for me, that was like, great. All right. He's not only going to pay me to, you know, move all of his stuff, I'm going to find stuff to do it, to, like for my own benefit, right? As it turns out, I'm standing in the hall. I'm waiting for the elevator to come down from another floor to the 17th floor to go to the first, because we were moving to the 17th floor to the first floor. And as it turns out, there was some people that had come in through the stairwell and come all the way up from the very, very um, bottom level. And I was like, okay. I didn't know this at the time, but I had all this guy's stuff packed into the elevator, the drug dealer guy that I was working with, or, packing his stuff for. Um, and these three guys come in, and next thing you know, I have 357 pointed at my neck. And I'm like, oh fuck. So they're pushing me into the apartment on the 17th floor where I um, where I was moving stuff out of, and they pushed me in there after they made me knock on the door. They pushed me in, and me and the drug dealer's girlfriend and the drug dealer's friend that were also in there, we were pushed on the ground. We were made to put our hands behind our back, and we were made to cross our feet, and they pulled our wallets and everything out of our our back pockets. The one guy was complaining about his frickin' bus pass the whole time, and we were telling him to shut the fuck up and just do what they wanted them to do, because we're like, bro, these people have a fucking gun pointed at our heads, and you're worried about the fucking bus pass? Are you kidding me? No. Like, dude, just shut the fuck up. And anyways, they they ended up taking my wallet, his wallet, and then the guy's girlfriend's wallet. And what happened is they realized that the guy that we were helping move out of there was not there. So there was no drugs or anything available at the time. And they realized it was kind of like, well, what the fuck are we going to do? There's nothing here. So what they ended up doing is they were still holding us hostage. They ended up taking a laptop and the guy's little fluffy dog. It was like a little Chihuahua type dog or something like that. They took that shit. I mean, okay. I didn't want to lose my life over a fucking laptop or a dog or anything like that. But at the same time, it was like, oh my god, like, are we really in this situation? We were on floor 17, and like I said, we were moving down to floor 1. There was 7 floors that went down to a 10th level balcony. And at one point, I thought I might just smash through the window and drop 7 stories and take my chances and fall down to the 10th level. So go through the window and then bang down to the 10th story. God, I would have broken my legs, probably would have broken my spine, who knows, my neck, whatever. Thank God I just played the whole situation out and just relaxed and went through it. The whole thing is because a couple of years earlier there was a thing called the Surrey Six where 6 people were killed, 4 people that were involved in the drug trade, and 2 innocent people at another building in the same city that I was at. So I was like, oh my god, am I going to be like part of this shit? It was very, very scary. And I didn't know what to do. It was as a person who used drugs, I was not thinking clearly, and all I cared about was just getting that next hoot and making it to it. You know what I mean? The hoot, the fix, whatever. So anyways, thank Christ these guys did not end up hurting us or shooting us or beating us or anything like that. What a fucking relief. But I have to tell you, it was a lot. It was a very, very scary situation. I don't know. I mean, in retrospect, I feel very, very lucky that I made it out, because there's been people that I've known that have not made it through the same situation. But anyways, we went through this whole situation, and the guy who was the dealer that we were protecting at the time has since died of an overdose. God rest his soul. Rest in peace, Buster. You were a good guy. You are a good guy. It's tragic the way you had to go out. And I don't feel wrong about trying to defend you and steer somebody that was threatening my life away from you. But that's just the way I am. I don't want anybody to get hurt, but that is life. So, man, so this is just the first of some stories I'm gonna share here on my YouTube channel, and hopefully you guys might be entertained, or consider what was going on and be dissuaded from doing all this shit, because it is absolutely not worth it. The drug culture, the drug dealing, everything that goes along with it, it's not worth it. At that point, I was not in any position to be like, I am making like a lot of money off drugs or anything like that. I was just somebody who would do anything for drugs. And I put myself and I put my girlfriend, who had happened to be with me, thank God she had gone home earlier that night, but she would have been in that same position as me. And that scares me. And there are a lot of people out there that just don't care what happens to us when you're living in that environment. It's very freaky. But anyways, my name's Brian. I just wanted to start sharing this with you. I'm going to share more. Um, Please feel free to comment or anything below. I would love to hear what your thoughts are. If you have any questions, I realize that this is my first one, so I'm a little I feel a little elevated and whatnot just trying to make this video, but I want to start sharing with you people what it's like to live in that type of world, and it's not fun. It's a very, very scary place. And you have to understand that there are a lot of people, like just normal people, that are living day to day like this. And they're experiencing these awful, awful situations that feel like they are going to cost them their lives. It's scary. I just want everybody out there to know that I love them. And that there are better choices to be made. I work now as an addictions worker at a hospital, and there are better days ahead, should you want them. Alright? I love you guys.